Hey, it's me, Tyke, and welcome back to the Tyke channel. As you can see behind me, I'm in a new location. Behind me are all my Harley Quinn posters. Today I'm doing an update video on part of my collection. I did some collection videos back in 2020, and I figured it's 2022 now. Parts of my collection have grown. It's definitely time to update it. Today we're going to be focusing on looking at my DS collection. One of the more recent things I picked up for my DS collection was this in-box white Nintendo DS Lite. So back when I was a kid, I had an Onyx Black DS Lite, and then I also went ahead and picked this up because I also had a white DS Lite that was given to me by my sister. But I tried to case swap that back in 2020 to a yellow Pikachu edition that I bought online with a kit. But one of the issues with case swapping a DS is that the wire has to run underneath the bottom screen, and it's very finicky. And I didn't get it, but I was pretty happy with this. It was like $170 for the DS in a box. I thought it was sealed when I looked at it, but he's like, no, it's not sealed, and it even has like the little dust cover for the for the Game Boy games. There's no wear and tear. It's in extremely mint condition, as you can see. The stylus was in mint condition, which is insane. I remember when my stylus just broke because I used to like to bite on it a lot, and when I was biting on it a lot, it would just be like something that would break because it would work. And then when I got the 3DS and I did that, the 3DS would actually work out a lot better. If you're looking here, oh, it's owned by Arla. My apologies. Arla owned the DS, and Arla is now my friend who gave me this DS, and I'm just like here looking at it, and like it's in like extremely pristine condition, and I didn't really want to use it much. I keep it in the box. I did use it to record some gameplay footage because I'm like, well, some games don't work as well on the 3DS, and while I like the 3DS, having the DS is also nice. Things that come with the DS, all of these are still in their bags. Like you can see the PictoChat manual that tells you that PictoChat it explains it. It still works to this day because obviously it's a local network. Your Nintendo DS type these things, and you guys can get a free issue of Nintendo Power for Far Out Mario. It looks like. Oh, and then there's a free bonus Zelda Phantom Hourglass DLC or something, and that's pretty cool. And then you can just mail Nintendo Power about that. And then this is register for your chance to win a Nintendo DS. Oh no, register your Nintendo DS for a chance to win, which that's still pretty cool. But I'm just like still here looking through all of the fun things that we have, and I'm like, oh, you just like have to mail this in, and that's cool. I'm really happy that everything in the box was in the box. As you guys know, as gamers, we all love nostalgia, and the DS Lite is one of the most nostalgic things. I spent countless hours on that, way more than I spent on my 3DS. I think I spend more time on my 3DS now, but I use it to mainly play DS games. So having a DS and a 3DS is nice. I like having the backup. That I've been playing recently a lot is Drawn to Life. I bought the Drawn to Life collection. I know the next chapter has a different ending on the original like game cartridge, but I like it. It's a dual pack. It gives you both Drawn to Life and then Drawn to Life the next chapter, and you can play them. Well, you can't play them simultaneously. The way it works is you open up to a menu that allows you to select one of the games, and then you get the full game. And the purpose of Drawn to Life is pretty much you get to create all your weapons, all the platforms, and everything that you do in the game is created by you. So if you're not a great drawer like I am, you just draw random things, or you just use the color fill-in tool. But I drew a character that looked like a duck. His name was Ducky, and I played through all of Drawn to Life 1. I'm working on the next chapter right now, and then eventually I'm gonna pay the $10 on Steam and buy 2 realms. Next things I got was Trauma Center, Under the Knife, which was recommended to me by my friend Larry at one of the game stores near near where I live. He's like, Trauma Center is a really good game, and he's like, yeah, and I'll sell it to you. And he wasn't like, I thought it was gonna be like, oh, he's recommending me like a $60 game. No, this game is $20. I've yet to play it. It looks like it'd be interesting. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm excited for when I get a chance to play it. Pokemon Conquest. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with this game. I got through most of it, didn't fully complete it. I got like stuck, and then for a while my 3DS, I didn't have a DS Lite at the time, wouldn't work to play the game. And I have that issue with DS games on my 3DS, but when I tried to switch one of the DS games that didn't work on my 3DS to my DS, it worked just fine. So I am close to finishing Pokemon Conquest. I think it's a really fun game, and I wish they would like remaster it or remake a version for the Switch. It would work really well in like a remake format. It's just an interesting strategic battle game, and I'm usually not into strategic battle games. A game I played back when I was a kid was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Blue Rescue Team, and man, this game is exciting. I love the fact that you get to like not randomly create your own Pokemon. I believe I ended up being a Charmander. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I remember I played through the entire story and I thought it was really emotional and all the beats were great. And I wanted to get the remake on the Switch, but I didn't yet. And it's definitely on my list of Pokemon games to get in the future. I did pre-order Pokemon Violet for the Switch. Mystery Dungeon has a like warm place in my heart and always will, and I really did like this game. I also have the Game Boy Advance version, but I actually never played the Game Boy Advance version because they're the exact same game, just one's on a lesser console. And I just like this one a lot better because I'm like, ooh, DS new and shiny. I'm gonna play through this one. One of my all-time favorite Pokemon games. Just checking. Still has everything in it from when I got it. Pokemon Diamond. So back when I was a kid, I had both Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, and so Diamond was my main game. And then I used Pearl to get all the other starters in the game, and I just played through Pearl a bunch of times to get the things that I needed for Pokemon Diamond. Pokemon Diamond was the only game in which I ever completed the Pokedex, so I knew all 151, no, all 493 Pokemon that were in this game. I also had an action replay, and I hacked into the Pokemon. Like I got a hacked green Salamence, and he's my favorite. He's one of my favorites, but I also like hacked in a bunch of random other Pokemon, and I know that's cheating, but I was also the kid with the action replay when Pokemon like Ruby and Sapphire came out, and people would come to me and be like, "Can I use your action replay?" And then I don't know if someone took the action replay from me or I eventually lost it. But same thing happened with the DS. I eventually lost the action replay. I'm pretty sure someone stole it from me, but that's okay. But this game was my favorite up until probably Gen 6. I didn't like Gen 5 at all. I played through Black. I got to the Elite Four, and I couldn't beat the Elite Four, so I'm like, I'm gonna reset the game. Never wanted to play it again. Later on, got White 2. Ended up selling White 2 back because I was like, I don't want to play it. It feels slow and sloggy. But Pokemon X really got me back into Pokemon. But Diamond definitely helped me grow it. And then I tried recently to play the remake, Brilliant Diamond, and I'm like, this feels like the same game I played as a kid. And while I love the game, I really don't feel like playing the same game twice. I think this game was there for me when I needed it, but the new remake is just not something that I want to play. Probably my favorite DS Zelda game is Spirit Tracks. I liked Phantom Hourglass. A lot of people have a love-hate relationship with Phantom Hourglass. It definitely does well where it does well, but I like Spirit Tracks. I like trains. Trains are really cool to me. I like the train aspect of this game. I got to the Fire Temple, and then I did not finish the game. I sold it. I bought it again, and then I sold that again, and then I rebought it. So now I have it again for the third time, and I'm happy that I have it again for the third time. I'm really sad that I decided to get rid of it when I got rid of it, and I don't know why I would have. But also, sometimes when you're a kid, you make dumb decisions. You need money, and you're like, I need money more than I need The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. But good Zelda game I picked up recently along with the this is the 3DS version. Um, if you can tell me what the difference is between these two games, I would appreciate it. I've played through the DS version so far. I've yet to play the 3DS version, but the images on the back are exactly the same. So pretty much with the premise of the DS version of Wreck-It Ralph, the premise of the game is like you have to go destroy bugs. It doesn't follow the plot of the movie, which is weird. For a movie based on a video game, or a movie based on video games, you think it would follow the plot of the movie, which it doesn't. It just makes like a B plot that's in between the second film, that's in between the first film and the second film, but it's not a really good plot. And it's like an action platformer, but it just doesn't do that well either. It's just something that I haven't really tried. I'm wondering if the 3DS game is any better. They both came out on the same day in 2012, so chances are they are the exact same game. Just they decided because the DS was dying in 2012, I guess, and the 3DS was new. Well, we'll sell it on both to make more money. Up, we have Phineas and Ferb. This is one of the more recent games that I bought. I really have no idea what it's about. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have not played it. I do not know what it entails. Next up, Up. Disney's Pixar Up. I bought a lot of Disney games because I like Disney. I want to see how they are. This kind of looks like it would also be a platformer. This is also one of the more recent games that I picked up, and I just have not had a chance to play it at all. But I did get the second game for Sweet Life, which is The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody Circle of Spies. No idea what this is, but it is complete in box. Has a lovely manual that I thought was a lot fatter, but I think it's just the DS instructions. I don't think I've ever actually like willingly read that, and I don't think I probably am. But it says the main screen. You can choose between 3 exciting modes of gameplay: story, multiplayer, and minigames. I wonder if I can get a friend to play This The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody Circle of Spies with me. But I also got the first game on the DS, which is The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody Tipped in Trouble. The difference between the two is this is them younger, this is them older, closer to probably the Sweet Life on deck, and this is like season 1. Yeah, I don't really know what either of these games entail. Probably just minigame things. Then we got High School Musical 3, Senior Year. This I feel like is probably going to be a rhythm game. Also one of those games that I just have not picked up or have not played yet. But it is interesting the fact to me that they've released this as like a game. I feel like on the Wii it would work well as a Just Dance clone. Maybe it'd be similar to Happy Feet. I played Happy Feet on the DS many years ago, and on that game, what you would do is you would use the stylus and tap these little icicle things in like a rhythmatic sense. So like these little circles would pop up on the bottom screen. These little, I guess, like tablets would pop up on the bottom screen, and then like a circle would go around it. And then as the circle like drew in, you'd have to tap it, and then you would get like an okay or great job, when you do like a rhythm game. So I feel like that's what this would be like. It might be a little bit different. Maybe it uses the D-pad for some reason. One of the other games I have that I'm not really sure where I have it, it might be here, but it is Guitar Hero on Tour is one of the other DS games that I have. And Guitar Hero on Tour is a fun game. I don't remember where the like guitar controller is, but you can only play it on the original DS or the DS Lite because the guitar controller like slides into the Game Boy Advance slot to power it, and then it has 4 buttons when you play it, and it had a really good song on it. And I remember when I was like hanging out at my aunt's house, just like playing Guitar Hero on Tour, and I would like play it thoroughly all the time. And I'm like, yeah, these are my jams. And I liked it because I liked Guitar Hero, and Guitar Hero really was like a cash grab, but at the same time, it was still a pretty fun time. I never got on Decades, but that's completely fine. Last game I want to talk about right now is Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. One of my favorite games on the DS that I've ever played. I also have like a special edition sleeve that I've had for years, which is just Roxas on it when you pull it off, and then the information on the back. And then if you like look at this, it's everybody, and then the same information on the back of this. But oh my god, I have stories about this game. This was probably the first Kingdom Hearts game I ever completed, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. So I got it for one of my birthdays. It came out in 2008. Maybe my 12th birthday? Yeah, 12th birthday. So it came out for like my 12th birthday. The power in my town was notorious for going out, and my birthday is in February, so the power was out. It's winter. I'm like, I can't go to school. My birthday's around the corner. Someone bought this for me for my birthday, and I was hanging out on my aunt's couch, a different aunt than the other aunt that I played Guitar Hero on Tour at, but hanging out on my aunt's couch because they had power and my house did not. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna go home. We're not gonna go home. So hanging out on my aunt's couch, literally just playing this game for hours on end. I enjoyed the story. I enjoyed the beats. I enjoyed mission mode. I wish I had a friend that I could have done the multiplayer with, but you live and you learn, and that's okay. But honestly, God, this gave me like a re-love for Kingdom Hearts. I was like, damn, I really like this game. I liked everything. I liked that I could play as Organization 13 for the first time. I like the whole Shion thing. I like the whole like Shion backstory. I liked all of the missions. I liked the levels. I even like the freaking like control blocks thing that you could do to like level up. But I can only get myself to like level 70. I think I'm level 77 on my playthrough, which is fine. I tried to play it on beginner, then standard, then proud. I got all the way through beginner, which is where I was level 77. I got all the way through proud and got to level 52, or sorry, all the way through like the standard mode and got to level 52, and then like the highest mode, which I think is proud mode. I didn't really want to do it because I've already played through this game twice, and while it's fun, I don't really feel like playing through the game a third time. And I think that's pretty standard. But the Kingdom Hearts game is notorious for being really confusing, and I don't feel like this was one of their more confusing entries. I feel like it was one of their more like standard entries, and it was overly enjoyable. And I highly recommend this game. If you want to play it on like the PS4, you can't. They only have it as the digital cutscenes. But honestly, I think if you ever have a chance to pick up this game for a cheap price, and you have a DS and you want to play something that's Kingdom Hearts related, I highly recommend this over Recoded. I hate Recoded. I hate their stupid block system. I did not get past Olympus, and I'm never gonna play that game again. I just think Recoded is stupid. If you're wondering why I have a different background, the one poster is in that corner. It's because I decided to film this after. So I initially did all of my loose games, and I filmed all of them individually. But then I was like, there's a lot of editing on my phone, and I wanted to get you guys a collection update out. So rather than splicing all of those and then add some voiceover, I'm like, it'll just be easier for me to talk about the game while holding it. So first up is this is Club Penguin. I believe this one is Herbert's Revenge, which this game was fun. This is the second game in the two Club Penguin DS game series, and it pretty much takes all of the missions from mission mode in Club Penguin and puts them on the gameplay. And that is half of the game, just missions you've played before if you've ever played Club Penguin. And it's fun. It's probably the only legal way to play Club Penguin games now, because Club Penguin Rewritten was illegal, and then it was taken down not too long ago. So unfortunately, no more Club Penguin Rewritten. Next, we have one of my least favorite games that I bought, the Titanic Mystery, which is a like search game, or like a point and click adventure game, but on the Titanic. So it's interesting. But I played through a bit of it, and I'm like, I just am not enjoying this. We have Club Penguin Elite Penguin Force, one of the games I got of the three Club Penguin games that were released. I like this one a lot more than Herbert's Revenge, not because it doesn't revamp anything. It has like an original story and makes it engaging, and you walk around the Club Penguin map, and it's a really enjoyable time. Highly recommend for anyone that was into Club Penguin as a kid, wants to experience it, and wants to experience something new. If you want to experience something old, highly recommend Herbert's Revenge. They're both good games. They're about mid-tier games, but I enjoyed both of them when I played through them. I managed to play through both of them within a couple days. And Clubhouse Games for the Wii. I know they just released this on Switch, maybe back in 2019. I enjoyed the one on the DS, and I'm happy to see that they're continuing it. There's a bunch of random games. I played the word search game with balloons, so if you didn't get the word right, it popped. I lost every time. I'm like, this is a lot more challenging than I would think of for a DS game rated for everyone. One of my favorite games on the DS that I played a lot as a kid. Don't know where my cartridge went, so I bought another one. Wild World. Not as good as New Horizons, but a staple in the series nonetheless. I still think the GameCube version is a lot better, but it improves upon what the GameCube version started, but it also removed a bunch of stuff. And I was kind of sad about that. Like the GameCube one had a cheat code where you could get 30,000 bells. This game removes all cheat codes. You had to earn them legitimately. And while I know cheating is wrong in video games, sometimes it's helpful. But this also was fun. I played with my friends. I enjoyed myself. Next up is Dream Day Wedding Destinations. I thought this game would be a blast, and it was pretty entertaining. It is a search game. And so what I mean by that is you're in a room and you need to find a hidden object, similar to a Where's Waldo, but you need to find X amount of hidden objects in said room, and it's pretty challenging because they ask you to find something really strange, and then the item is super blended in to the game room. Like I was in a tuxedo shop because whoever played this got to like level 7 and just did not know what to do at that point, and so they were stuck in the shop. And with being stuck in that shop, I was like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? Where am I supposed to go? There's no instructions. I figured the person didn't get very far into it, decided I don't like this game anymore, and moved on. But I thought it was going to help me plan a wedding, not be an actual game, because it's Dream Day Wedding Destinations. But I'm happy that it's an actual game. It's a lot better to me than the Titanic mystery game, and I love point and click adventure games, so me hating a point and click adventure game is bad. But this search game is fun, minus the fact that it's a little bit challenging. I definitely do want to put a little more effort into it, and I definitely think it would be engaging to sit down and play.